We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Simeon backing up. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Chris Baker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. First carry for Chris Ivory. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He's got a man wide open. It's Maclin. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Rodgers now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking left side. That's caught by Maclin. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And you know the man who sat in my chair the last few these plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's hard to stay mad at a player who fights for yardage, even if it's not successful. But on this play, I'm just looking at what the defense did. We always talk about gang tackling and getting more people to the football. How about the job they did there, the discipline they had? No matter how hard he fought, more and more people showed up and helped create that big loss of yardage there. That's the kind of play that the defense gets excited about.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Accelerating, and off he goes. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to Denver right after this. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Simeon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a...
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, this is just basic football right here because we're getting right down to it. Tall sweep. So for the offense, you're often pulling linemen to get out ahead of your blocker. And if you're the defensive guys, either you meet them with force or you get up underneath them with speed in order to try and finish off the play. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation.
But Jeremy Maclin, and he's got his man. That's Maclin. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Terrific catch there by Jeremy Maclin. Harkens back to his days as a Missouri Tiger. But they used him almost like a wingback. You know, he would catch passes. They'd hand it to him on running plays. You can see that great ability once the ball's in his hands.
Yeah, so great in space. And a 2-time All-American back in those days as a Tiger at Missouri. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into
Jeremy Maclin. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They start on the ground with Ivory. And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards on the ground. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now this time, now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Just messes things up for you offensively.
And now look at him go. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the... Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now whistles here. And they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes